All right, so the journal prompt that I want to offer you, kind of based around today's practice, is around tapas, which is another one of the niyamas that we've been exploring. And tapas is discipline. And so discipline can often feel really fiery. It is that friction of old habits and new habits starting to rub up against one another. And so when we try something that's new or different, or we take a different perspective, it sometimes doesn't feel great. It feels awkward and clumsy, and it feels uncomfortable. And so your permission to feel is, it's important to not just feel into the things that are good and joyful, but to also remember that a lot of change comes in that inner fire, in that friction. This is where we start to carve out new paths. And new paths often, they are uncomfortable. And so if we were to only search for the good feelings, we would stay really stagnant. And so your right to feel is your right to feel scared or angry or upset, as well as your right to feel joy and happiness and laughter. And so I think just remembering that whatever you feel in a moment is often telling you something. And so to not just dismiss that emotion as good or bad, but start to recognize, like, why am I feeling this way? And allow that to give you some insight into maybe what the changes are that are happening, and how you can show up in a way for yourself that's a little bit more kind or more gentle or more accepting. Okay, so you can journal on anything lately that you felt, that friction, that inner heat, and how can you give yourself space to just feel that in the moment without dismissing it or judging it or labeling it as bad. And how can you, even people that rub us the wrong way, how can you start to see an opportunity to change the perspective? Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful start to your week. Namaste.